Peter, can you tell us a little bit about how this all came about, that this body ended up here at your funeral home in Worcester?
Well, we were called by our family and friends of the family to handle the funeral.
What day were you called?
Oh, this is 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay. So then when, did the family contact you yesterday when they decided to have you come pick up the body, or did you meet with the uncle in North Attleboro?
This was the day before yesterday, and all the plans were made. So when the other funeral got involved in it, they called us and said that they prefer that we handle it, which we were going to handle it anyway. But what had happened is they'd already picked up the person, and there was mass confusion between the helicopters and all the other stuff that's been going on. And they followed them down to Attleboro. Then when they got down there, I think there was a crowd of people out there protesting. You may get them here. Do you have any protesters out there yet?
No, not yet. Are you prepared for protesters?
I'll go and talk to them and say, while you're out here protesting, give me some angles. What would you like me to do?
Tell me a little bit about how you will go about making arrangements with the family. Will you meet with the family this afternoon?
Oh, we'll meet with them again probably tomorrow. The body will be washed, and then we'll have to locate a cemetery. That's the big issue here, is the cemetery.
Tell people a little bit.
I've been turned down by a few cemeteries, and I'll have to seek help from the government or somehow to give us a hint to bury this. I've done as much as I can do and gone as far as I can go.
And have you already contacted the government?
No, I'm waiting to see if some of these cemeteries get back to me. If they'll do it, then there's no need to contact.
Because it is a Muslim burial, how many options do you have for cemeteries?
Very few. And there are some cemeteries, they're not Muslim cemeteries, they're cemeteries with a Muslim section.
I did talk to some people out here on Main Street who expressed why wasn't the body sent back to overseas, back to his home.
They wouldn't take it.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that process with the family?
I tried to do something there, and the problem with that is this. I can get the body to Russia, to Moscow. Moscow's a little further south than St. Petersburg, which is further north. But there are there's no interline there, any airlines that would fly the body down to Chechnya, short of a military plane. And would the military do it? I didn't want to make it a propaganda issue.
Does the family have any problem with the body being buried here in the United States?
They would like a Muslim section, though.
Okay.
That they'd like. If we can get it, we can. If we can't get it, it's what we do. People
in the neighborhood were also asking, they were wondering if they would be able to come in and pay respects, for those who wanted to. But will this be closed to the public?
There's no wake.
Okay.
Muslims don't have wakes.
Okay.
You see, there are some people here that want to pray for his soul, not complaining about you. There are some. There are some like Billy Bro who's just going to complain. Who complains about everything. But he wouldn't talk to me, and he said, this is wrong, you're burying a terrorist. Well, what the hell are you supposed to do? They wouldn't take him in Maryland, and the funeral objectives around here, I think a lot of them were afraid to do it. But having been here so many years and seeing what I've seen, if I haven't seen it, it hasn't happened yet. Which is true. I mean, I've seen just about everything here.
How about if protesters or...
I'll protest all you want. But give me a valid reason why I'm protesting. All I'm doing is burying a guy. I'm not honoring a terrorist. Not at all.
But in this situation, you probably won't go to a mosque. You'll probably have
No, I don't think there'll be any mosque service. I think it'll be just strictly outside.
Okay.
Just a graveside.
And will you get a casket?
Don't need one.
Is that any place in Massachusetts or just in the Muslim section?
You don't have to use a cap. We use a plain wooden box, which is the minimum thing they want to use. They don't like to use anything else, just a plain minimum box. And that would be it. It'd be made out of plywood or whatever. Nothing. They don't use caskets.
Will you be the one to file the death certificate now? Where will you file it?
Boston.
Boston? And when will you file it?
As soon as I get the rest of the information back, because the uncle had it, bring it back to me. Then once we do that, we fill it out and get the permit in Boston. But before I can do that, I need a cemetery. I have to list a cemetery then.
So as soon as you get a cemetery, everything else will fall into place?
Well, that's it.
All right.
That's the whole thing. That's the big issue, is the cemetery. Right now, I'm striking out.
Okay.